October is Fire Prevention Month, and this morning, Good Day Columbus is helping get your family prepared for a fire emergency.
Fire Inspector Bob Westburg is here with tips to help you and your loved ones safe from the flames. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate you
Yeah,
having me
good
here.
morning. So what are some of the fires that are more likely to happen this time of year?
Well, 85% of fires in the home happen in the cold weather months. So this is Fire Prevention Week is in October. So it's a good way to help remind people about getting their mind on being safe with fire in their homes.
All right, so you brought a bunch of things here today as reminders what people should have in their homes, right?
Oh, absolutely. Someone's greatest chance of surviving a fire in their home and getting out safely is to have a working smoke detector or smoke alarm on every level of their home. So that's one of the things that we push this time of year is when you turn your clocks back for daylight savings time, that you replace the batteries in your smoke alarms.
So one on every floor for the smoke alarms. What about a fire extinguisher?
Well, we recommend that too, because if you have a basement and you have your utilities, usually your dryer, your hot water heater, your furnace, all that's in the basement. If you have a small fire, you don't want to have to run back upstairs to try and get one.
Which I think surprises most people, because I have one and almost everyone I know just has one in their house thinking that's enough.
And I don't even have one.
Oh.
I am admitting it, yes.
Yes.
I have
We
smoke
need to get you
detectors,
one.
but not extinguishers.
Well, you're in luck, because this is a great time of year to buy these. And most people don't know that these have a life expectancy. 7 to 10 years, you should replace them. This time of year, a lot of the big box stores and even the mom and pop places will run specials on smoke alarms and on fire extinguishers. So it's a perfect time to replace it. To use a Sharpie, write the date on here, and that way you'll always know how old it is.
Okay.
What size? Because there are so many different sizes to buy. What size do you guys recommend?
Well, we recommend at least a 5-pound.
Is this a 5-pound?
Yeah, this is a 5-pound ABC type extinguisher, and this is going to be good on any type of fire that you may encounter in your home. The little 1-pound ones that most people have, they don't last very long at all, a few seconds. And when that flaming pan of grease is climbing up the microwave and the cabinets, you'll wish you had the 5-pound.
So how long would this one last you then?
This would last, about 3 times as long as a 1-pound extinguisher. So it's going to do a lot better job for you.
Now, if anyone has concerns about fire safety in their house, what would you tell them if they're worried about the likelihood of a fire starting?
Well, what I would tell them is that, they need to think about things before they do them. A lot of times we see this time of year especially, we see a lot of garage fires and house fires by ashes from fireplaces being put in something that's not appropriate, something that's combustible. People will have a fire and they'll put the ashes into a plastic trash can, put it out in the garage, and they think, well, I haven't burnt that for a couple of days. Well, those embers can stay hot for a week and a half, 2 weeks sometimes, buried under that powdery ash, and when they shovel them out into that plastic trash can, exposes them to the air, and it will reignite, and then they have a house fire. So you need to use a metal container like this ash bucket.
Do you guys do home inspections too?
In Dublin, Washington Township in Dublin, we offer that as a service to our residents at no charge.
Now, people have or should have an escape plan for a fire. How often should families go over that, especially if you have little ones in the house?
Well, if you have little ones in the house, and I get this question a lot from people, and I get the question about emergency escape ladders. I have one in my child's room. Well, it's difficult for an adult to self-rescue, let alone a small child. So, you need to practice that once a month to make sure everybody knows exactly what's going on, or if maybe you have construction going on in the home and a route or a path has changed. That's the other thing, is don't get complacent with going the same way. Always have 2 ways out of every room or every area in your house.
Or if the weather conditions change, say it's extremely cold or icy outside.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. And at that point, you have the fire and you have the cold. So you have to make that choice. And, the cold, if you're not exposed too long, your chances of surviving that are really good. So.
Inspector Bob Westburg from the Washington Township Fire Department, thank you so much for coming in. Always good advice.
Thank you so much.
Coming up on Good Day Columbus, we are catching up with crazy Cameron Fontana.
He will give us a final look at All Hallows Eve event happening today. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for coming.